Well, it's that time of year again. So usually about July or August, but hopefully in July, usually in the summertime, we start thinking about wood, start thinking about getting heating seasons going to be coming in just 2 or 3 months, and I want to start getting wood, stacked and split. I've already got some collected from last year, pretty decent start this year. I've got some oak that I've got my eye on that I might purchase, a couple cords of, or face cords of oak, and just start collecting every week. So every week on Wednesday, I will generally dedicate that day to wood collection or processing in some sort. But I've got a lot of work to do to get ready for that this year. We've made quite a mess over the last 6 months, and I've got to get things cleaned up and sorted out and prepared to get a system in place where I can collect the wood, bring it back, split it, stack it, and only move it, once or twice. I don't want to move it and move it and move it like I have been doing over previous years. So we're going to clean out a space here, and we're going to get things set up so we can process wood, hopefully more efficiently this year. So this area is part of where the goat mothering area is, and we had a goat in here. I've moved her out now, and so this can be removed now. All this can be cleaned out. Move the splitter out. We've got a bunch of stuff over here I can sort through and kind of push over to the edge. We've got all of our maple syrup supplies that I'll probably put right up in the loft, which is just right up there. And we'll clear this whole area out and we'll start stacking wood. Now this year I'm going to try to store the splitter somewhere else so I can fill this whole entire area from this side to this side and then all the way to the front with split seasoned wood. I'll keep it nice and dry in here. I'm trying to stack them in rows this way, so the face cords will be kind of run that way. They're actually more than a face cord. I think it's 12 feet this way. But we'll get everything up on pallets in here and stacked nicely so the air can flow in there, and we'll get this keep drying out, and we'll have a nice supply of wood for the winter time. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. Y'all haven't seen this yet. This is a new addition. Well, it's new to me, but it's certainly not new. It's an old John Deere, basically a Gator. I don't know if they called it a Gator back then or not. The AMT 600. A very, very good friend of mine had this, and he wasn't really using it and thought that I could use it over here on the farm, and so he generously donated it to me to let me use until he needs it back, or until he needs to use it or whatever. He'll borrow it back or whatever, but we'll keep it here and use it. And what a cool machine. What an amazing utility vehicle. It's just going to be so extremely useful here. It has a good size little utility bed on the back of it, and it's 4-wheel drive. So these two back tires on each side, they are both drive wheels. It's got these real big balloony type tires, and he's got tubes in both of them. I think the tires are kind of shot, but there's tubes in them, so they're good to drive on. And it's got a little utility spot up here so I can throw tools and other stuff. In fact, I already forgot. I threw some tools in there. And it's seen its day, that's for sure. A lot of makeshift things, like the C accelerator here is made out of a piece of PVC pipe and some vice grips that pulls the cable. None of the lights work. There's definitely been some hits and breaks and things like that. It looks like we've got some pretty significant welds here on the frame. A lot of wires missing, and there's the light switches and other stuff. Huh, that could be pretty handy if we hook that back up, charge my phone. Looks like it's got a bulge here that may give way at some point, so we might need a new tire for it. The engine actually has been completely replaced. My friend is a mechanic, which is very handy. He put a new engine in it. I think it's a Kawasaki engine, and that replaced the other one. And so it doesn't use the fuel tank in the back and all that. It just uses the fuel tank that's right under, on top of the engine, right under the seat. So we just use that. The choke and all that stuff is right here. It does actually have an electric start, but there's no battery in it. But it's a 3-wheeler. You don't see these too much anymore, and you can't get parts for this thing anywhere, besides maybe eBay. But one of the coolest features on this thing is it actually has a dump. So this is not functioning right now, but it does have the hydraulic lift in there for a dump. And so I could get, I might get a battery for it. The hydraulic pump is in there and everything, and I think I can fix it and maybe get a new pump for it or a new piston or a bigger one or whatever. But man, would this thing be handy if I could use a hydraulic dump on it. Be an amazing tool to have out here. One of the nicest things that this thing has is they welded a hitch to the back. So it's got a 2-inch ball, and this is, I've been wanting this for so bad. I have no utility vehicles here that have a hitch. I have the golf cart, no hitch. I have a tractor, no hitch. I have the big tractor that I can haul stuff around with, but what I need is a little vehicle to move trailers around, move the wood splitter around, all that kind of stuff. And now I have something that I can do that with. So the tailgate just comes off. It lifts straight up and out, so you can just drag stuff out the back. So you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of this. We're gonna be fixing this up a little bit and using it very often. Well, that's not too bad for today. We got a pretty good amount of wood in here, all split up and stacked nicely. And we'll just have to keep cleaning this area up as I go. I didn't have time to get all the buckets and tubes and barrels and everything else moved out of here. And we'll have to deal with this stuff later. So I'll just keep cleaning up and adding another row of pallets, and we'll keep doing this every week until we have all the wood that I already have split and stacked in here so it can stay nice and dry. So it's ready to go for burning season. You can see all the different kinds of wood in here. So I had some soft maple, a lot of soft maple, mostly actually. There was some oak in there, some pieces of oak. There's a bunch of cherry pieces in here, and there's also some pear tree that was in here also. And so I tried to, every load I took over with the little John Deere, I tried to get a mix of wood. And so it's kind of spread out in there, all different types. That way I don't get one load of all soft maple and it burns quicker. I'll get some cherry in there. We'll get some of the fruit wood in there, the pear wood. Those burn a little bit slower. So I also have some greener stuff and some stuff that's really seasoned, and so we'll kind of get it all mixed in there. That way we've got a good mix when we're starting fires and burning for the day and even overnight. Well, it's a good feeling to get started on this and get some of this stuff done. I'm a little bit ahead of the game this year. I've got a lot more wood already seasoned and prepared. I've got a bunch of cherry logs and other stuff too, as I mentioned, that I'll be processing through. It's going to take me a couple weeks to get through all of it. It's quite a bit of wood. So we'll probably fill most of this area with what I have. And then it's time to start getting out and collecting again. And I like to do most of the tree felling and the major work, I guess you'd say, when the temperatures get cooler. It's nicer in the fall and even in the middle of the winter to work, do wood processing. Minus when there's a foot of snow on the ground, that makes it hard. What do you guys think about that 3-wheel gator? That's the old John Deere. That's pretty cool. I think that's going to be a useful tool around here for sure. I used it all day today. I've used it yesterday. I've used it almost every day since he gave it to me. And so I really think I'm going to use this thing a lot. It's just like having a giant wheelbarrow. And I'm always moving stuff around here, so it's going to work out really well. No more driving the pink 4-wheelers around. That'll be kind of cool. So I got a big boy 3-wheeler now, finally. So lots more wood cutting and processing and chainsaw things and splitting and managing all that equipment. I may do a video on just everything it takes to heat with wood. Over the last few years, I've kind of gotten a good system going and gotten all the tools I think that I need and that I am happy using anyway. And so I'd like to maybe share that with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed coming along and splitting and processing some wood and checking out the new John Deere, the new old John Deere. It's not quite an antique yet. I think it's an 80s, so it's got a few more years before we can call it an antique. I don't know if it'll make it that far, but we'll see. And of course, subscribe if this is your first time to the SSL Family Dad channel. We'd love to have you tag along for all the wild things that we do over here. Anything from processing wood to sometimes cooking things in the kitchen. You never know what you're gonna get here. I'd love to have you guys tag along. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.